Florida Congressman Michael Waltz is a member of the House Armed Services Committee and former Green Beret commander, and he joins us now. Congressman, if true, what do NATO and the U.S. need to do in response?
Well, this is part of the Russian doctrine, and it's certainly part of Putin's doctrine to escalate to weapons of mass destruction. It would not surprise me if this is true, and particularly because the Russian general that just took over command of operations in Ukraine was also the general in charge in Syria, where both the Syrians and Russians repeatedly used chemical weapons. We'll remember President Trump infamously or famously, whichever you want to use, sending cruise missiles in to take those capabilities out. President Biden should have been setting red lines from the beginning with the use of weapons of mass destruction. I believe that red line should have been, that would be the line for NATO to become directly involved. We cannot allow chemical weapons or, God forbid, tactical nuclear weapons to be the next rung in the escalation ladder that we allow Putin to go to.
Yeah, Congressman, switching to another issue here, a big one in this country. A former Westchester County executive says the Biden administration has resumed its secret migrant flights into his community. Take a listen to this.
Now the flights have resumed, and they're deplaning right now. So this is going to continue. They're importing people from other countries, flying them into the interior and just dispersing them, and then turning them into voters like New York City, where they will be allowed to vote with 30-day residency.
So the big question is, what does it mean for these communities? And if this is happening now, what is it going to look like when Title 42 is revoked in May?
Let's just put these numbers in perspective, Carly. We're approaching 4 million refugees flowing out of Ukraine. Well, in the United States, we're on track to have 2 million per year flow into the United States. So the administration doesn't have any choice but to try to disperse them in secret all over the country. And that's why so many of us in Congress are pounding the table saying this isn't a border problem. This is a national crisis. What does this mean for our social services? What does this mean for our communities having to absorb this many people? This is just absolutely, completely unacceptable that the Biden administration is not only allowing this to happen, is facilitating it to happen. And I'll tell you what, when we take over the House in, God help us, 9 months, this is going to stop.
Finally, Congressman, you just released a new children's book called Dawn of the Brave, and proceeds from the sale going to benefit Ukrainian refugees. Awesome. What can you tell us about the book?
Well, it's one of a series. It's a subscription, actually, so the kids get one per month. My book is the 9th in the series, and it is about teamwork. It's about coming together to defend your country, serve a cause higher than yourself, and defend Freedom Island against the invading pirate wolves. We're just so excited about it. We need to take our kids' education back. With what we've seen in Virginia with Governor Youngkin, what we're seeing with Disney in Florida, COVID exposed, the garbage that's being taught to our kids. Well, what are we going to do about it? How are we going to get good conservative content into our kids? And this series, this subscription, teaches faith, teaches family, teaches traditional values. And again, in the case of my book, Dawn of the Brave, teaches teamwork and service. You can only get it on bravebooks.com. You cannot get it on Amazon. And as you said, $15 of every subscription is going to Samaritan's Purse.